So, supposed to have a job on today, but as you can see behind me, that's what we're dealing with. So, I guess what it's like being a tradie, especially irrigation, with what we do on a day like today, which is, can't really get a fucking whole lot done today. So, I was just taking you through a bit of a day in the life of what you really, what happens, when it's piss and rain like this, and you can't really, supposed to have the excavator out today and digging a trench and doing a job, and sort of how much I suppose you can potentially lose in that day. Or it's not so much a day, it's more so I suppose over the week. If it's piss and rain like this over the week and you can't really get a whole lot done, then that's probably what hurts the most. A few days here and there doesn't matter, but when it starts sort of adding up, that's when it can. So check it out. So this is just over the road from my joint actually, and it has flooded over the road. I'll show you that in a minute, but it comes right up over the fucking road there, and it actually bloody well, our joint's never flooded, but it's come close. There's been a few other joints that have definitely flooded, so we're just having a look now. But I don't know why the fuck they don't build a levee or something over there. It'd be would be worthwhile. But anyway, you can see how hard that's flooding. And not a hot, there might have been 60 mils of rain or something, but not fucking heaps. But you can just have a go at that. Unbelievable. So you can see how hard that's fucking flowing behind me there. That you can usually cross straight over that, but not at the moment. There were people driving through that this morning, but it wasn't quite that bad. But anyway, so that's what we're fucking dealing with today. So should I take the Effie through it? Yeah. Nah. But nah, it's fucking pretty bad. I just need to build something across there to block that off, but they still haven't done it. So anyway, I don't know when that's going to fucking happen, but nearly every couple of years it'll happen where it'll come right up. I'll show you that now. So what I actually do when I can't be doing much on the job site, I started sort of today a little bit of procrastinating, but I've also got a garage gym here, as you can see there. So the bike erg, jumped on that for sort of 40 minutes, and I was sort of just sometimes when shit like this happens, I'll sort of just sit in there. I'll just sort of sit there going, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, but sort of force myself a little bit, I guess, to just even stay active when there's other things. I mean, I've done a couple of quotes. I just got knocked back from a bloke then, pretty much not accusing me, but ringing me up and saying, oh, you guys, I was really disappointed, because we went out and done a quote, and apparently we were fucking way too dear, even though I sort of gave him a rough price and then put it to him, and he rang up and said that we were too dear. So anyway, I don't know why he couldn't just say, it's all right, mate, but he sort of had to be a little bit nasty about it, the old bastard. So don't know what that was about, but that's the shit, I guess, you got to put up with the that sort of trade businesses, is people just ringing up. And generally we charge, it's about $100 an hour, and that's for myself and another guy who's a qualified plumber as well. So $100 an hour each. So you generally get us for about 200. And a lot of the jobs we won't even do hourly rate anymore, because everyone just sort of thinks, $100 an hour, oh fucking hell, that's so dear. But it's when you break it all down and you work out all the costs of actually running a business, then I don't think it's dear at all. In fact, there's a lot of other people that are charging a lot more than that. So, but yeah, we try now. We've learnt along the way just to quote jobs, or even just give we'll give a price point. Sometimes you'll go to a job and it'll be, like it's hard to know exactly, especially like a job where you got to fix a lot of things underground. You don't know what's underground. You don't know how stuffed everything is until you actually start excavating and finding out. So that's probably the hardest part. And we'll give a ballpark figure on those sort of jobs. And people are generally pretty happy with that. But you do get the occasional fucking assholes like they just rang me up before and sort of want to have a whinge for whatever reason. But anyway, so this is another part of what I do. I do this as a bit of an extra side business and just personal training. I'm a qualified personal trainer as well. So I've been doing this for years, but we just done up the shed a little bit, and it's got I just painted all the walls monument, that nice sort of monument colour, and we put a splitty in, which has been a fucking godsend. I can tell you that right now. It's bloody because it gets cold. This is in Ballarat, and it's bloody cold out here. I can tell you. Not so much for the heating. I actually like training when it's really warm. For some reason, I like getting a sweat on, but it's definitely for the cold. When you're out here and you're training people, sometimes I train people as late as 9 o'clock out here, and it gets bloody cold. And even for the client, just to make it a bit more comfortable for when they're in here. So that's another part of it. But yeah, so when shit like this happens in a business, you sort of sit there and you go, "Fuck, how much sort of money will this sort of cost?" And does that up? I mean, as I said earlier on, it depends on how long, or how many days, I guess. If it was piss and rain all the time, I remember there a few years ago, I was an employee at that time, and it just rained and bloody rained and rained for weeks on end. And if I was out, doing my own thing then, it would have been a real bastard. But yeah, you're essentially losing, thousands of dollars a day sometimes, depending on what jobs you got on. But you're not losing it, but you're just not making it. So I guess that, make that what you will. But it's either way, it's not good. Having said that, though, at this time of year, it is always a bit slow, as compared to the summer. But that's sort of why I like to have other things on the go as well, rather than just irrigation. And that's why I sort of had the PT business going as well, so I can sort of, you can still get a few people in the door, and you can still get a bit of money coming in that way as well. And usually a lot of that I try and get sort of the cash for that as well, but to use on for groceries and all that sort of stuff. But it's a big one for me, that. And the more ways, I guess, I don't know, I've tried to, the more ways you can make money, the better. Not just relying solely on one thing. I think there's got to be different ways, a few different ways, whether that's investments, whether that's you're investing in something and you're getting a little bit of money drip feeding into your account, whether it is a couple of different businesses, whether employee or and you just got a side business. And I think the multiple income streams is the only way, really, this day and age they can make a fucking go of things, really. So that's sort of what I've tried to get happening, I guess, over the last few years. But when it's not always, I've always said, with my business, it's only just me that I've got to worry about. And it's just me and my mate, but we're still separate businesses. He's M-Trax Plumbing, on BT Irrigation, but we work together on probably 90% of our jobs. And we just sort of, if it's one of my jobs, he'll invoice me. If it's one of his jobs, I'll invoice him, sort of thing. That's sort of how we work, and it works pretty well. But when you got employees and that, I guess it's a completely different thing again. You've really got to be able to keep everyone busy. And for me, I I'd never want to really take on that risk. I couldn't imagine anything worse than having people that are relying on me to, I mean, you know, be families enough, I think. And I think the cool thing with doing what we do, we don't have to work every single day either. It's not a huge financial stress where, yeah, if you're employing a lot of people and doing all that, then you got to have jobs for everyone. You got to have work coming in, or else you're fucked. So, but yeah. So anyway, you could pretty much, we'd be losing a little bit of money just by not working every single day, but it's not so bad that that we sort of worry heaps about it, unless it was ongoing for a long time. So that's pretty much the gist of it, I guess. But the other thing too, with me, sometimes I'll sit there and I'll procrastinate on things. I'll go, fuck, I should be doing this. I should be getting a few more YouTube videos out there. I should be even my Instagram and that. I've had a couple of million views. Had one Instagram reel that went for, I think, 1.2 million views, and then I've had a few TikTok ones do over a couple 100,000 and that. So, and then you sort of think, and I've had a couple of brand deals as well, but it's still, I still want to create the big time brand. So I want to get on YouTube and sort of showcase a bit more about what I do. And I don't know if it can help anyone or people just enjoys watching along, but I always sit there, and YouTube's a bit of a pain in the ass, man. It always has been. I upload a video and it takes fucking forever, and I just lose a bit of motivation for it. But I do want to keep making them, and but if anyone's watching out there and enjoys it, let me know, and I will put a bit more effort in, keep making the videos. And yeah, so anyway, work, lift, play.